These are the most important years of your life. Do not mess it up. I'm kidding. I am completely kidding. I promise it's not as bad nor as serious as people make it seem, but it is college and I know you want to thrive, so you've clicked on the right video. My name's Maya, and in May 2023, I graduated from the illustrious Howard University. I earned my BA in television and film production with an English minor, and I also graduated with honors. I graduated cum laude, so I think I know a little bit about college. I met the best of friends. I had the best experience ever. I have nothing but amazing, great things to say. Was it hard? Yes. Was I sad sometimes? Yes. But I also experienced some of the happiest moments ever, so I think I know a little bit about what you are looking for. Making friends. Hard, uncomfortable truth that you're probably not gonna wanna hear, but you have to be vulnerable. You have to be willing to put yourself out there. If you see someone sitting alone on campus, in the dining hall, in the library, just go and sit with them. Hey, is anyone sitting here? You don't have to have a conversation with them. If you're not ready to do it, don't do it. But just putting yourself out there and making someone feel like, wow, I'm seen, wow, I'm being talked to right now, can go a really long way. Big thing that I've really learned, if you see someone and you just have something nice to say, just say it. I know, at least for myself, when I'm walking down the street or just literally anything, I'll think, wow, like that person's so beautiful, or I love their shirt, I love their jacket, those earrings are great. I don't know. I'll have these really nice thoughts, but I keep them to myself, and it's like, why would I ever keep a nice thought to myself? So if you see someone and you want to give them an actual genuine compliment, just say it. Definitely check out on-campus events. So whatever the student association is at your school, follow them, see what accounts they're throwing, go to the basketball games or sports games, whatever your school has. Just make sure you're getting out. If you're sitting in your dorm all day, you're not gonna make friends. If you only go to class and then run back to your room, you're not gonna make friends. I'm not saying you have to go out and party and go to the clubs and the bars to like try to make friends. I'm not saying you have to do that. Just go to one event. You're gonna have to be willing to put yourself out there, which can be so uncomfortable, but just, hi, I'm so-and-so. Oh, I've seen you around before. Oh, I think we have the same major. Oh, do I have class with you? Just be willing to talk to people. Utilize social media. This is something that I think nowadays we're getting a little nervous to do because you don't want to come off like a creep, like spamming someone or always sliding up on stories or something. But honestly, just do it. Like if there's someone that you've been meaning to be friends with or wanting to, but you don't see them around campus, follow them on Instagram, like a story, maybe DM them, okay, don't be weird. Like do not be creepy, don't harass them, but like, slide up, oh, I like that shirt. And whether you guys actually meet up in real life to hang out or you just have a hi and bye type relationship going on, it is just nice to know people, and you can have that little Instagram girly that you guys just support each other back and forth. Like that is fun too. Try not to take things personally, which I know it can be so extremely hard, but this is going back to that first point. Remember that everyone is also going through the same exact things you are. So the same way that you might be having a really stressful week because you have a lot of homework or something, so could your new friend, or so could the person that you're trying to hang out with. So they might cancel on you, or they might be a little more reserved or a little more quiet. So just try not to take anything too personal. Just let people reveal themselves when they want to reveal it. You don't have to like push too hard, but I think it goes a really long way just putting yourself out there. What you put out will come to you. So if you put out a confident, welcoming, friendly energy, I promise it's going to come back. When I was graduating, there were so many people that I met and just so many people that I had finally started talking to that would say, oh, I used to always see you. I can't believe we only just started talking now, or I can't believe it took so long. And I'm like, wow, yeah, I could have been talking to you this entire time. So genuinely put yourself out there. You never know who you're gonna meet. Schoolwork. You would be so surprised how many people do not prioritize their schoolwork. And I know it sounds insane, like you're in college, this is what you're here for, but you would be so shocked to find out how many people either have to drop out, get kicked out, or just can't come back because they did not prioritize schoolwork and they failed. It's actually kind of insane the number of people that this happens to. So please, if you're going to take anything from this, prioritize your schoolwork. A way that really helped me prioritize my schoolwork, especially senior year when there were so many fun things to do, was to be making a schedule. So every single morning I would wake up and I would know exactly what I had to do. But I'm gonna add one more thing to it. So not just your schedule as far as courses go. Add in another hour or two either before the classes or after the classes to do homework or to go meet with a professor or to just like update yourself or to ground yourself and figure everything out before you let yourself go have fun. For example, if you have classes 12 to 2, so either before, think in your mind, okay, 10 to 12 is my homework time, or 2 to 4 is my homework time, but I'm not free and I'm not available until after those hours. So don't just let your school schedule be the school schedule. Tack on some extra hours so that you have time to really think and sit down, and keep that in your mind. When you're making plans with your friends, make sure you're saying, yeah, my class ends at 2, but I'm not free until 4 o'clock. Get a group chat going in your classes. At Howard, we use GroupMe, so that was always a really sure way that I knew there would be a group chat. But if your school doesn't have like one source that you guys all use, just be the person that starts a group chat, whether it be on iMessage or Instagram or GroupMe, whatever you have to do, make a group chat. Get at least like 4 to 5 people in there and keep each other updated. You know, hey, I missed class today. Could someone help me out? Hey, how'd you guys do this assignment? And if you can't get a group chat going, try to find a friend in the class, just someone who you can keep as an accountability partner. Be careful in these group chats. I know many stories of people who got expelled and kicked out of school because in these group chats they were sharing answers and stuff. So be careful. Something I regret not doing my freshman and sophomore year were making relationships with my professors. It takes nothing. It takes no extra time to go up to your professor and make sure that you formally introduce yourself, or to ask a question, or to go to office hours. It honestly takes nothing, and having the relationship with your professor is going to make things so much easier. You don't do well on a test? Hey, maybe you can go to them and say, do you have any extra credit, or can I do test corrections? And if that professor knows you a little more, or they've seen you working hard and they know you ask questions, they see you in class, they're probably gonna be more likely to help you out than one who's never seen you before, or if you only show up for the test. So make those connections. Now, of course, you wanna be genuine when you make these connections. Don't just be doing this to get something out of it. But I am gonna tell you, you can get some good things out of it when you're good with your professors. You can get a recommendation letter, whether that be for grad school or for a job, and you honestly never know what you're gonna need a rec letter for or when you're gonna need one, so making sure that you have like 1 or 2 professors that you can rely upon to either write you one or that you know would put a good word in for you. Always good. Always do that. When you're going into these things, and this is just also a networking tip, when you're going into networking and trying to make connections with people that are on a more professional level, don't just think about how they can help you, think about how you can help them. Finding yourself. Over the course of these 4 years, you are going to change so much. Like one day you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, what? Like that is me, that's the same person. I cringe so hard at the videos of myself freshman year. I have videos on this YouTube channel from all 4 years of college, and sometimes I cannot sit through them. They're terrible, but they're also all parts of me. And I think it's really cool to look back and see all the ways that I grew and changed. So you're gonna change a lot in these 4 years. It is completely inevitable. But there's also some ways that you can obviously make these growing pains hurt a little less. Spend time alone. You will discover so much about yourself when it is just you, when no conversations are being had, when you're having to navigate your way through wherever you're going. Just spend time alone. I promise it's going to make the biggest difference when you're in this like finding myself phase, because sometimes when you are around so many people or getting outside influences or just always hanging out with friends, you can just become a little too self-reliant or a little too just not having your own identity. So spend time alone, especially right now, especially in these 4 years, because you're not gonna really have a time like this ever again. Find the ways that you like to express yourself, try out different hobbies, try different things, ask questions, be curious. The biggest thing that I've realized after graduating is how much real life is going to just come at you a million miles an hour, and you're just not gonna know where anything goes, and you're really not going to have as much time as you have right now to discover these things about yourself, to try different things, to try new hobbies. So seriously, just do it. Same with making your friends. Just put yourself out there. Like I promise it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be a little like, ugh, what am I doing? But at the end of the day, you either will say, okay, I really liked doing this thing and it was fun, or I didn't like it and I'm never gonna do it again. But at least you tried. For me personally, I really got into journaling and meditating and spirituality when I was in college. I found so much solace and comfort in finding this like little core world that was only mine and that I just created on my own, and it helped me so much to discover little things within myself. And I just felt like every morning I was like putting a key in my heart and unlocking a little door and just finding things out simply from finding the ways that I best expressed myself. You're gonna do a lot of soul searching over these 4 years. It is inevitable. Whether you are actively trying to or not, it's going to happen. So just welcome it in and give yourself a lot of grace. Make sure you're being so kind to yourself, because this is such a it's uncomfortable to grow and to change, but it's gonna happen anyway. Like, I promise you, you're gonna get to graduation or even 3 months from wherever you are right now. You're going to get to that point, you're gonna look back and you'll be like, oh, what the heck? Try to be as present as you possibly can, because life is ever changing, because you're in such a transformational time. You never know how long you're gonna have with this current version of yourself. So just sit with her, love her, him, they, whoever you are. Sit with this version of yourself and love it. The flaws and the perfections and the probably uncomfortable and anxious moments. Just love every moment of it, because I promise it's not going to be like this. Before you know it, you're gonna change and it will no longer be there. Dating. I think the best advice I can give you for dating in college is to be crystal clear on what you want. Not just for the other person, but for yourself. It is so okay if all you want is just something casual, the same way that it's so okay if you want a serious relationship or if you just want to be single. Whatever it is that you want is okay, but just make sure that you're clear on it and make sure that you're being honest with yourself and those around you. Nothing is worse than getting into a situationship type of thing where it could have been avoidable if you had just been honest from the jump. Or another tip, if you have just believed people when they told you what they wanted, which I wish I could have known this myself. If someone tells you, I'm not looking for a relationship, or I only want to do friends with benefits, whatever someone is saying to you, take them seriously, believe them. Don't stay and think that you can change their mind. And it has nothing to do with you. It is more so just about them, but nothing you do, say, nothing's gonna change their mind. So just be very clear on what you want and be okay with having to either reject people or get rejected because you don't align. This goes for anything, but especially dating. Do what you're comfortable with. The right people, the people that you're supposed to be with, people that you're supposed to be around and that you're supposed to be sharing yourself with, will respect and be okay with whatever it is that you're okay with. So I promise, try not to feed into the peer pressure of it all or the expectations that you need to have done XYZ by a certain age or because you're in college. Just do what makes you comfortable. There's totally 100% a chance that you can find a serious relationship in college, but there's also a chance that you don't find a serious relationship, or that you get your heart broken, or that you fall in love and then it doesn't work. There are just so many different scenarios for how your relationships and how dating can go in college. And my biggest tip at the end of this would be just to keep your heart open. Try not to close yourself off based on whatever experiences that you've had throughout college and throughout the dating scene. Because you never know when you're gonna turn the corner and that next person's gonna be there who's going to love you and respect you and just be the best thing that's ever happened. You never know when that's going to happen, but if you close your heart off and you no longer allow yourself to take chances in love, it's not gonna happen and you can miss out on people. And also, it's so okay to be single. You don't have to date. Protect your heart, guard your heart, but also be open and express yourself how you want to be expressed. So those are my 4 main categories for how to thrive in college. Those are the best tips and advice that I could possibly give you, but I will just end this off, leave it by saying, whatever happens, it will be okay. Whatever happens was meant to happen. Whatever your 4 years are, those are your 4 years. Some people have the absolute best time in college. Some people have the worst time in college. Everyone's experience is very different, but I can promise you this, in whatever ways you have given love, love will come back to you. Whether that is self-love, in a relationship, friendship love, familial love, just world and universe love, whatever. The things that you put out will come back to you. Whether they come back to you in the same form, in the time that you're looking for, regardless of how it comes back to you, it will come back. But I know you're gonna do fine. I know you're gonna thrive during these 4 years. College will be great. I post on TikTok, I post on Instagram, I post all over the internet, so I'll see you elsewhere. But for now, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you very soon for a brand new video.